Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today we're going to be resetting my craft studio after a really busy holiday season. So if you want a little cleaning inspiration, stay tuned. All right, so December can be a really busy month for a lot of crafters. A lot of times we're making presents, we're making holiday cards, we're doing all of the different things, working on end of the year projects, and that was definitely the case here in this studio. It got crazy. Now, right now it's not so crazy because I am totally the type of person that takes down my Christmas decorations before the new year. So I have already taken down all of the Christmas decor I had up here in the studio, and I would say that was probably the first step in starting to reset the space. It is a new year. I want the new energy in the space to just make me want to take a deep breath, make me want to stay here, make me want to enjoy the space and create. And so that is definitely the energy I'm going with. We have a few little cleaning things to take care of, and I thought I would bring you guys along. I just want to encourage you, take some time to work on your creative space. We are spending the whole month of January in my Patreon group making plans on how we are going to organize our space to create the most optimal creative space for each and every one of us, and I hope you guys will join along. So let's start out by packing up the last few little things I need to declutter, and then we're going to do some cleaning. Let's go. I actually keep all of my holiday theme crafting things together because I won't use them any other time of the year except in December, or if I need them later in the year, I know exactly where they are. So I have this box. This is just one I picked up from Home Goods. It's one of the few exceptions. I love clear storage. I like to see everything I have, but I don't need to see my red and green Christmas things all year long. So I like a solid box. I can label it. It will be up in my craft closet. I know I can pull it down, and I will pull it down probably in October, November, when I'm starting to think about buying new supplies for the next holiday crafting season. I'll pull down my box, see what I have, but I don't need it mixed in with all of my things throughout the year. This helps me get a little bit more space. It's a huge tip. Take your seasonal crafting items, store them away, and set reminders for yourself to pull them out during different seasons, whether it's different holidays, whether it's different seasons of the year, as in like spring, summer, put it away as soon as fall comes, and then pull it back out come, I don't know, March, somewhere in there. Putting away seasonal things helps me really just stay on top of what I have. It reminds me that I can go back and dig through these things. It's almost like opening up a present when I pull it out in November. So I will be just storing away my last few little things. They're organized in some different ways. I have embellishments in here. Oh, these probably need to be added in. I have a few pieces that I use for taking pictures on Instagram and things like that. But I keep all of it together in one place. I even have paper pads in here. Now, there are some supplies that might be good year round. That's up to you and how you like to craft. But keeping it all contained and put away in a closet is going to go a long way in helping me stay organized for 2023. Another big part of my craft studio reset is also just resetting my planners. I actually have my planners on display in my room so I can grab them pretty easily. So it's time to switch out, take out some of the old planners and put up the new ones. These are my new faith planners that I use every morning. We'll use the same notebook, and this is just a book I'm reading. And then this is my catch-all planner. We're gonna switch that out. My new one is very thick. She's a thick planner, and I love her, and she will go right there. My other planners, I am lucky enough I have storage places for them now. They will go in a cabinet. I don't always keep all of my old planners. I know that might be controversial, but I don't feel like I need to look back on my day-to-day from years past. I might keep it for a little bit, and we'll kind of see as space runs out. But if I decide not to keep it, I will break them down, save the covers, save the rings, and then let everything else go. All right, so like I said, my old planners will get stored away. I have a cabinet full of planners. A lot of these are older planners, notebooks, things like that that I can use for different reasons. Of course, I was on the Happy Planner squad, and so that afforded me a lot of different products that I've used for different reasons, but we'll just save a few of these here and there as ones that I can look back on, and they're all in place and I know exactly where everything is as far as old planners, current planners, notebooks, guided journals, but having a place that's designated for something I love, which is to plan, really helps me know where I can go to find what I need. Before I really dig into cleaning, I do a sweep around the whole room. A lot of times I'll just carry a basket with me and I'll put things in so I can redistribute things where they go. I want all of my surfaces clear to get started so I can dust and clean and get ready for the new year. So I'm going to start gathering things up, moving them around, and then I'll come back and we will get to cleaning. Any craft space or office is going to be a huge magnet for dust, especially this time of year, especially when you're putting away Christmas decor, because I cannot tell you the number of times I was sneezing as I was packing up all of the Christmas things in my house. So it's time to dust. I was always taught to dust before you sweep the floors or anything like that because you're sweeping things off of the flat surfaces and then you would sweep it up. Let me know if you got that little tidbit from your mom just like I did. So I'm going to do some dusting. I like doing my Swiffer feather duster here because it sucks up some of the dust and it is easy to maneuver around a lot of my craft supplies. Obviously, I like to have things on display that does attract dust. I like that I do have glass doors on some of my pieces. That helps, but otherwise, you just dust a little, no big deal. The most important thing you can do when organizing your creative space is to have a plan for where everything belongs. One of the reasons I'm able to clean up my space so quickly is one, because I can speed up videos, so this is obviously sped up, but also because everything has a place. Everything has a location where it goes and it's contained within a certain parameter. Of course, I have a pretty large studio, so I have more spaces, but this works whether you have a big studio or just a corner of your bedroom. Having a plan for where everything will belong just helps you stay organized, stay on top of your stash. It helps you know where things are located when you're cleaning up. It allows you to enjoy the mess of creating because you can't create without a huge mess, but knowing that you're going to have a place where everything can go back to when you're done. So getting everything back refreshed just feels so good at the beginning of the year. If you want some help on how to get your space organized and some tips and tricks, definitely follow along over here on YouTube throughout the year. I'm going to be having more organization videos coming up. And then we're also doing an organization focus over on Patreon in the month of January. And we'll be doing another organization check-in later in the year as well, where I'll be taking tons of questions, answers, and pictures from my patrons of their creative spaces so that we can help diagnose any issues and offer some suggestions on how to improve your creative space. Side note, I do have a robot vacuum, but I find a good sweeping every now and then is really helpful, especially because lots of paper can get in little crevices. And so getting it all swept up and then just using a regular vacuum to get all of the little pieces up makes a big difference. And with that, my studio is going to be all reset, ready for January, ready for a new year with tons of creative videos and projects and all kinds of stuff planned in the coming year. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's wrap this thing up. Thanks for joining me for my post-Christmas craft room reset. The next stages for me will be decluttering and reorganizing, and a lot of that will be happening over on Patreon. We're working through it as a group, so if you want to join us, check out the link in the description box below. Let me know, are you resetting your space? Are you still living in all the holiday feels? I would love to hear from you below. There's something about January and starting fresh and getting things clean, and it just feels so great, and I'm so ready to create in this space. I will link some things down below. If you have any questions about something you might have seen in my craft studio, check the description box and I will have a few links, or just leave a comment and I will try to help you out. I hope that you all have a fabulous new year, and as always, keep it creative.